Why is my RC hex screw stripped and stuck? Have you ever gone to tighten or loosen a tiny hex screw on your remote control car and found it just won't budge? Or worse, it spins freely without gripping? That can be super frustrating, especially when you're trying to make repairs or upgrades. Let's figure out why your hex screw might be stripped and stuck so you can fix it and keep your RC vehicle in top shape. First, the main reason a hex screw gets stripped is because of improper tool use. If you use a hex driver that doesn't fit snugly into the screw head, it can slip and round off the edges. This is especially common with cheap or worn-out tools. Over time, the tips of these drivers become rounded, making it even harder to grip the screw properly. Using a driver that is slightly too small or too large can also cause slipping and stripping. Another culprit is debris or dirt inside the screw head. Small particles like dust, grease, or metal shavings can prevent the driver from fitting tightly. When you apply torque, the driver slips and the edges of the hex recess get rounded. This makes the screw even more difficult to remove later. Always check and clean out the screw head before working on it. A small hobby knife or a tiny pick can help clear out debris. Over-tightening is also a common cause. When you tighten screws too much, especially with a lot of force, it can deform the hex recess or damage the screw threads. This weakens the screw and makes it more prone to stripping. Using the correct torque and a good quality driver helps prevent this. Some screws are made from softer materials like plastic or soft metal. These are more likely to strip under normal use or stress. If you're working with these, be gentle and use the right tools. Repeated removal and installation can also wear down the hex recess over time, making screws more likely to get stuck or stripped. To avoid all this, always use high-quality, precision-ground hex drivers with comfortable handles. Make sure the driver tip is fully seated before applying any torque. When working on screws, take your time and avoid rushing. Clean out the screw head first to ensure a tight fit. Use the right size driver for each screw. If you encounter a stripped screw, don't force it. Instead, try creating a small notch on the screw head with a small file or screwdriver to get a grip. You can also try using screw extractors or carefully drilling out the screw if needed. In the end, taking care with your tools and workspace makes a big difference. Keep your hex drivers in good shape, work slowly, and always double-check before applying force. This way, you'll prevent stripped and stuck screws, saving yourself time and frustration in your RC projects.